Welcome back to another edition of All Chiefed Up, where we do Kansas City Chiefs news, analysis, and more. Mike, what do we got on the docket today, buddy?
I got a few questions that I'm going to just spring on you, and then we're going to react to Andy Reid being a movie star.
I saw that. It's good stuff, though.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. Okay, we got a few quick hitters to throw at Steve. He's not heard none of these. Let's see how it is. The talk of Chiefs Kingdom over the past few days is signing OBJ. What do you think about that? Do you think the Chiefs should go sign OBJ?
No, I really don't think it's necessary. If they did, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think he would give them another element to the game. I mean, a good player is always going to be a help. And I think OBJ, I don't think he's a big enough troublemaker or locker room cancer to really make a big difference or anything like that. He seemed to be doing really good at LA last year before he got hurt. So, I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it, but I don't think it's a big thing. I do know he's interested in the Chiefs possibly, but he was also interested in Green Bay and LA and a couple other teams. So it is what it is.
Well, here's what I know. This playbook's tough. Ask Josh Gordon. Not saying he's probably not better than Josh Gordon. Don't get me wrong. But it's tough. We already got a lot of people here fighting for that rock. It's going to be tough to get them in here. I think we stick with what we got. Just go with it. Maybe integrate Sky Moore a little more. I think we're going to be fine. Okay, question number 2. I just seen it today on a short. RGR actually thrown up one and said trade for Brian Burns. Is that becoming a thing now? Do we trade for Brian Burns? What do you think of our pass rushers, Steve?
I don't know. It's RGR. Are they Karlaftis haters?
Yes, they hate
Why?
Karlaftis. I don't
Why?
know.
Man,
I love Karlaftis, but they are just not high on him.
I think it's a bad take, just a bad perspective altogether. I mean, have you even watched our defense this year? I mean, our defense is pretty good. I think they're ranked 14th in the whole league as a whole, but I mean, we have been putting pressure on guys. Frank Clark, he hasn't been spectacular. He hasn't made big plays or anything like that, but he has been bringing consistent pressure. You've got Carlos Dunlap, who's done extremely well when he's in the game, getting his snaps. Karlaftis, once again, not had big flashy plays, but he has had consistent pressure. And I mean, I don't understand. I don't think it's needed. Mike Dana's going to be coming off an injury soon, so he's going to be back in the mix. It just seems like old news to still be talking about. We need to sign a pass rusher. It's like, why don't you guys just get with the Robert Quinn people who think we need to trade our house for Robert Quinn and things like that, and y'all go, I don't know, become Raiders fans and love Max Crosby.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. You could always use a pass rusher. I get it. But at this point, what are you going to have to give up to get him? And I just don't see it happening.
If we were playing bad and there was an issue there, I understand. But when there's nothing wrong and everything looks okay, actually the defense is looking like they're on the up trend and they're high ceiling because it's a lot of young guys with a lot of talent. I just think it's unnecessary. Seems like a dumb thing to me. So, yeah, I have no interest in that.
Okay, last one. Eric Bienemy has been talked about of being a top candidate for Colorado Buffalo's head coach. What do you think, man? Do you think he should finally take the job? They offered it to him last year, or at least his name was in the pot. He withdrew pretty early in the process. What do you think?
I think he has to take it and get out of here. I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, he's always talking about how he wants to be a head coach. They've used every excuse in the book of why he hasn't gotten a head coach job. But we all know what the actual reason probably is. The fact that he coaches under Andy Reid. So, I mean, that does take a little bit away from an offensive coordinator when you're playing with an offensive genius like Andy Reid. But yeah, Colorado might be the place for him to go get it done in college and then see if you can make your way back to the NFL. Everyone's seen what you've done as the offensive coordinator under Andy Reid. So now go do your thing. And then that gives us a chance to move forward as well. And I think that would be a good thing for our offense. I've talked about that in the past. But yeah, that's where I stand on that.
Yeah, I think it's a big task. It's a big rebuild. But you've got you're a Super Bowl winning coach. I think you could recruit players. You could recruit some offensive players. It's your alma mater. Go in there, see if you can turn it around. If you can, head coaching jobs are waiting for you. Other than that, I don't think he just gets a head coaching job. It's not happening. I don't think it's going to happen. No. Okay, so by now you guys have probably seen the State Farm commercial where Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes star together. And let's show that clip now in case you haven't seen that.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep. Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Andy Reid's pure comedy. I feel like he missed his calling. Like, I know he's a great football coach, but man, he could be in the comedy game.
Dude, we talked about Mahomes in the last episode, maybe winning an Oscar for that little, look this way, Eric Stone Street kind of play. Who knew Andy Reid was a natural? This dude looks like Brando. He's like a young Brando. He looks like a Jack Nicholson in his prime. Like, I honestly 100% believe Andy Reid's a good actor. Like, I think he's great.
I think it was just enough cheese there, just enough to where he's
Dude.
not a good actor, but it just made it hilarious. It's so funny, and just the concept's funny anyway. Him just sitting there coloring the mustache on.
Mahomes, let me tell you something. Mahomes, when he does these commercials, I feel like Mahomes struggles a little bit. He's not the most natural talent I've ever seen with acting. I'm not saying he's horrible, but there's something. Andy, though, he was a natural. That dude, who knew Big Red was a Big Hollywood? That's what we should start calling him now, Big Hollywood.
Mahomes actually was supposed to ask him to do the commercial, correct?
Dude, we've got that clip. Roll it.
I made State Farm ask him first because I was scared. But once they asked him, he kind of came to me and asked me if I wanted him to do it. And obviously I did, because I know how much personality he has. I think some of y'all understand it too. And people don't see it. They see the coach. They don't see how funny he is and how funny he is. And then once I got in there, he actually got to start before me, and then I came in. And I mean, he did a great job. I think he stole the show, and I'm just trying to hold on to my State Farm partnership now with Coach Reid.
Yeah, so he says that he was scared to ask Andy Reid to do this commercial. So he had State Farm reach out to Andy to do it. But he said, like, he's got a good, like, sense of humor and stuff, and everybody around him knows it. And they just wanted to throw him into that because they thought he'd be a great, at doing it. Dude, Mahomes was spot on, dude. He cracks me up.
Yeah, it was a good commercial. It was good to see that side of Andy Reid. Everybody sees serious Andy Reid all the time. And then, of course, when wins, he shows a little bit of his personality. Of course, a lot of the times during losses and things, it's the same repetitive stuff over and over again, like got to do better, got to get the guys in a better spot, and it's my fault, I'll take responsibility, yada, yada. But you don't get to see just cut loose, free Andy Reid. And obviously, it's just a quick commercial, but I mean, at least you get to see a little bit of personality, and he probably had fun with it.
Dude, they've missed a perfect marketing opportunity, or maybe they haven't. Maybe they can still do it. What if they show up here on Monday Night Football and they've all got drawn-on mustaches, dude, for the game?
Sharpie mustache party.
Every one of them, a Sharpie mustache, and Andy just sitting on the sideline with his Sharpie calling plays the whole night. That would be hilarious. I would pay to watch it, and it's better than the Colts Denver game.
Could you imagine the Raiders just getting beat down by a bunch of guys with drawn on mustaches? Because Sharpie mustache, like big curls all the way through here, just wrecking Raiders players. That'd be great.
Like the way we do when we were kids, just drawing like little Satan stashes on everybody. Dude, and still beating Derek Carr. Like, could you imagine like sacking Derek Carr and looking at him with like your devil mustache drawn on and just being like,
or a little French mustache?
Oh man,
it'd be good stuff.
It would be great. I think they need to do it. I don't know how much State Farm would probably have to pay Kansas City to do this, but you guys are missing a golden opportunity.
Chiefs Kingdom, if you would like to see a Sharpie mustache game against the Raiders, make sure to smash that like button right now. Thanks for subscribing, hitting that bell. Also, any super thanks over $4.99. We're going to send you out some stickers and a keychain. Mike, anything else for Chiefs Kingdom today?
I don't think so, but we do got a video coming out tomorrow on Monday. We're going to do the top 5 Patrick Mahomes plays versus the Las Vegas Raiders so far, so far, because he's going to have some monster plays on Monday. I already know.
Yeah, so make sure to catch that. Get hyped for the game on Monday night, and we'll see you after that.
See you guys.
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight.